all been there scrolling through social media. It just seems like everybody's life is so much cooler, so much more fun, so much more interesting than ours. We notice people's good looks and all the likes that come with those good looks and all the comments that come with those good looks. We notice people's lifestyles. It seems like these people are traveling all over the world. What the heck do they even do for a living? Sometimes we look at couples and we just feel like, oh my goodness, they're so perfect together. And maybe as a single person, you haven't found that person yet. So you're feeling like your life sucks. You don't have a special someone. Or even you might be, with somebody, but you guys aren't as happy as these people seem on the internet. Or it could be a ton of things. Maybe someone's business is doing much better than yours. It looks like everybody else's life is going so much better than yours is. And so, with that said, sometimes we can develop jealousy or even envy over the things that we see on social media. I know myself, I've experienced this. And I still kind of go through it a little bit. I'm not even going to lie to you, but it was a lot worse, especially when I was in college. And it took me a little longer to graduate than my peers. So, I remember hopping around with majors, didn't know what I wanted to do. And of course, when you hopping around from one major to the next, it extends your stay in school. So I remember I didn't get to graduate in 4 years. It took me 6 years actually to graduate college. But in that 6 years, I was seeing so many of my peers graduating in 4 years. Some of them were even finishing master's degrees when I was in my 6 years. And so it was just a feeling of, oh my goodness, like, what am I doing with my life right now? My life sucks. Look what everybody's doing. People are graduating and I'm still in the same spot. I don't even know what the heck I want to do. And these people are already out of college getting promotions. So I experienced that. I've also experienced it with lifestyle, seeing people flying from one place to the other, going from one place to another. I'm like, I wish I could travel like that. Or when seeing people with all the likes that they would get online and I wasn't getting the same likes, am I not as attractive as this girl? So I've experienced that. And I have to say, I'm in a much, much, much better place. But like I said, I still experience it from time to time. So these are the things I do to be able to overcome my social media jealousy. Number one, y'all, we have to accept the truth, okay? I know people hear it all the time, but legit, social media is the highlight reel, okay? Most people are not going to show you the bad things that are going on in their lives. Most people are going to show you the good times, the good moments, the times that they're happy in their marriage, the time that their children are doing so well in school. They're going to show you, the places that they get to travel and all this other stuff. They'll take pictures of the passport and the ticket, but they don't tell you that the vacation sucked. It was horrible weather the whole time and the Airbnb had roaches. They're not going to go through all of that, but they'll just show you that they flew somewhere. So there's a lot of stuff that people do not show. And think about yourself, right? Think about you. What do you tend to post online? You probably most likely post the good times, the successes, hey, I lost 10 pounds. Hey, got a new job. Hey, got a new car. You tend to post just the goody goody stuff of your life. So why would we put that past somebody else? Most people post the good stuff. And so when we're only seeing people's highlight reels and then we're comparing it to, our entire lives, that's not fair. That is not a fair comparison at all. To think a little bit more about it, you have no idea what these people are doing to live the lives that they're living. You don't know what scheming and scamming is going on. You don't know what criminal activity is going on. You don't know what lying and cheating and stealing is going on behind the scenes. And you just see these people living so good and you're like, oh my goodness, I want to live like that. And you don't even realize that they're just engaging in all types of illegal activity to be able to be where they are. And it's only a matter of time before the law catches up with them. Also, you have no idea what kind of debt people might be in just so they could flex for the internet. You don't know, even with YouTubers, especially family channels, y'all. Oh my goodness, they are so fake. They will do any and everything for content. And a lot of them, they make it seem like they're living so lavishly. Life is so good. They're rich. They're doing so well. A lot of them are lying to their audience. They're misleading their audience. All these clickbait thumbnails and titles and things like that, you know, they're not living as good as you think. So we have to accept the fact that a lot of people are just posting the highlight reel, the good times. They're posting when they're all lovey-dovey. They're not posting the arguments. And so I think it's very important to keep that in mind. The next tip is cultivate contentment and gratitude. Let's start with contentment. Contentment is being satisfied with your current situation. Doesn't mean that you wouldn't want something more or something better, but just being satisfied with what you have right now. And at the same time, you could be aiming for something a little higher, something a little bit better, a nicer apartment, a nicer car, whatever. But just being content, and then going along with gratitude, just being thankful that you have what you have. Because there are many people who do not have a roof over their head. There are many people who don't have a place to sleep, a warm, cozy place to sleep at night. There are many people who don't have income for one reason or another. There are many people out there who are not in good health. And they don't show all of that on social media. You have no idea what is going on behind the scenes, but you have to be thankful, show contentment and gratitude for what you have in your life right now. Because if you get caught up in looking what everybody else has, you're going to start looking at your own home like it's trash, you know, like, oh, look at their big old mansion. Okay, do you not have a place to sleep? Do you not have a roof over your head?
And keep in mind that one person's poverty is another person's luxury.
You know, and so when you sit there comparing your life to somebody else's over and over and over again, you lose out on joy. You lose out on precious moments and opportunities in life because you're so busy looking at somebody else's life. I remember somebody used a great illustration. She said comparing yourself to others is like driving and you're always looking in your rearview mirror. You know, you're eventually gonna crash. And so you got to pay attention to what you're doing and where you're going. You know, you can't be so stuck on what everybody else is doing. So I loved her illustration. I got to give her credit for that. I did not make that up. I was like, oh my goodness, I love that illustration. And it stuck with me ever since I heard it. And yes, you could be so stuck on watching what everybody else is doing, being so stuck on what everybody else got going on, that you lack gratitude, you lack contentment in your own life. I know myself personally, I find myself constantly being grateful. And I know it's been recommended you have a gratitude journal. Some people say at the end of the day, write 5 things that you're grateful for, because it does make a difference. Gratitude makes a difference in your attitude. It really does. So if you could sit there and just write some things that you're thankful for, and just say, man, you know what? I drove to work and I made it back home, no accident. That's something to be grateful for. You know what? I am ahead on my deadlines, on all my deadlines. That's something to be grateful for. You know what? Even though I came home and I was tired, I still fixed myself something to eat. I did not go out to eat today. I didn't order takeout. I didn't order that expensive DoorDash, okay, because you know the meal be like $10, but by the time they add taxes and driver fees and all that stuff, you paying $35. I ain't even do that. I cook my own food. You know, these are things to be grateful for, and just really so that you could be satisfied with your own life. You can be satisfied with your life right now and still strive for something more. I think sometimes people think contentment means you know, you're supposed to just stay where you are. That's not what it means. It just means where you are right now. Be happy with where you are. Be grateful for what you do have. But at the same time, look to grow. There's nothing wrong with that. Next tip, y'all, live in real life. For real, live in real life. Social media is a facade. It's not what people think it is. I'm going to tell you right now, as a content creator, there's a lot of stuff I have to do behind the scenes to make my videos look a certain way, you know, to make things look a certain way. I might need to adjust the lighting a little bit. I might need to add a filter or two to look the best on camera, to make sure my video looks its best. There are a lot of things that you got to do behind the scenes that your audience may never know anything about. Unless you reveal it to them, they will never know. So live in real life. Enjoy real life people. Real life people. Real life conversations and real life interactions. And when you're at the dinner table, be at the dinner table. When you're out to lunch, be out to lunch. Why are you, you know, you don't have to be scrolling through social media all the time. Be present, live in real life. Go and go to a different location that you've never been to before. There's been a few times where I will go on a walk because I love walks, and sometimes I just walk places I've never been before. And I'm like, I didn't know this store was here. How long this store been here? And I'm like, wow, this is a cool little cafe. I discovered a cute little cafe on a walk one day, and I said I wanted to come visit. I haven't been there yet, but I discovered that there's so many things out here to see in real life and experience in real life. Don't miss out on those things because you're so busy scrolling through social media and pining over other people's lives and lifestyles and looks and, what you think they got so good going on, or her business is going so well or whatever. No, or successes. You're going to go crazy, like, for real. What are some goals that you're looking to accomplish? What are some things that you need to work on? What is some personal development that you need to do? Do you need to cultivate patience? Would you like to learn how to play an instrument? Would you like to learn how to, do your own oil change on your car? Would you like to finally, move to another job? But because you're so distracted by everything else, you haven't taken the time to update your resume or whatever else. There's so many things to do out here. And I know my vision board, I'm actually looking at it right now. There's so much to accomplish out here. And if we get so stuck in what everybody else got going on social media, we're going to miss out on so many opportunities, so many chances to just be living our best lives. So, that's another way you can overcome jealousy, live in real life. And next, take a break. You might need to take a break from social media. And when I say take a break, I'm not talking about you out for the day. Take a break. I'm saying if you got to take a couple months away, maybe do a season. Okay, right now it's winter. I ain't gonna be on social media all winter. I'll come back on in spring. Or you know what? It's summer. I'm trying to enjoy my summer. I don't want to post nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I'm about to be off social media for the whole summer. You might need to do that. Now I know some people, social media is a career for some folks. They have to post, they have to engage, they have to, keep the algorithm rolling in their favor. So some people do have to post on a regular basis. But even then, if you are a content creator or you're just into if you are a content creator or your livelihood, some of your livelihood comes from social media, stick to your page only. You know what I've been doing recently? I have a calligraphy page. And recently, I have been muting people on my timeline. And it's nothing personal. These are people I'm cool with and everything, but I need focus. So the only people on my timeline are people that's going to keep me disciplined, the people that's going to keep me motivated. So I follow a lot of artists and I'm like, yo, her art is dope. You know what? Let me go do what I need to do. Let me go work on my calligraphy because hers is looking fire. I need to get to that level. So that's what I do. I had to clean up my timeline. I had to do that because I'm like, I want to focus. Because next thing you know, I'm scrolling and I'm seeing somebody's puppy and, oh, look how cute the puppy is. Or I'm seeing a couple and they look so lovey-dovey. Or I'm seeing another engagement or another marriage. And there's nothing wrong with that. These are people's lives. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to be distracted. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be distracted by what everybody else got going on in their lives. So I've muted a lot of people. I've muted the stories and the posts on the timeline because I want to focus. So when I log into my Instagram, I'm seeing art. I'm seeing artists. Or even if they're not, into fine arts, but like I follow Fantasia because Fantasia is one of my biggest inspirations. So people like that keep me inspired, motivated. Yes. But if I'm going to get lost in the sauce with your lifestyle or you flew someplace else and it looks so nice, no, I need to leave that alone. So that's an alternative to taking a break. Maybe you can't take a break, 100% break from social media, but can you adjust the news feed? Can you, or the timeline, whatever website you're on, or can you set it up where you're only on there certain hours of the day so you're not constantly being bombarded with what everybody else got going on and you starting to feel small about your own life. I know in our times right now, we're exposed to way more than what we used to be. Once upon a time, you knew what was going on with the celebrities, their lifestyle and seeing how they live in from place to place and the money that they're spending here or there. With social media, you can just legit see the life of a plain Jane or Joe Schmo, your neighbors, your old classmates, and just see everything that's going on with their lives. And you could start comparing yourselves to them. I'm going to say for myself personally, I compare myself worse to people I know, like, people I grew up with and stuff, than to celebrities. I'm like, they're celebrities, whatever. They got record deals and movie deals and stuff, whatever. But if we knew each other, if we grew up together and I'm seeing like your life looking a certain way and mine is not there yet, or mine doesn't look as lavish, definitely feeling some type of way.
And just like you might be jealous of others on social media, there are probably people out there who are jealous of you. So trust me when I tell you, you probably have more to celebrate than you give yourself credit for.
So, we all have to do our part to control how we feel about what we see online. Don't go crazy over what everybody else got going on. It doesn't make sense to be losing sleep and everything. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll also enjoy I Used to Be Addicted to Likes video. So check it out and make sure to subscribe because I'm working hard. See you in the next video.